simulated? Yeah.
Hi everybody, my name is Hayley. I'm a sophomore here at UV. I'm a double major in International Studies and History, and I'm also minor in Italian. Since my first semester here at the university, I've been a student fundraiser at the university's call center, which is in Porter. Over the past 2 years, I've raised over $20,000 from various departments of the university. Last spring, I became a member of the International Women's Fraternity, Alpha Gamma Delta. I started out as ritual chair, and I'm now the president of campus relations, which means I have experience working with the university community and the Greek community to uphold our reputation. I'm also on the executive council, and I am the Panhellenic delegate, which means I work with our National Panhellenic Council and Alpha Gamma Delta to make sure we're upholding to our standards. So being a member of Greek Life, I'm always on South Campus, and everyone knows the reputation of South Campus. Parents, alumni, faculty, students, everyone knows South Campus is notorious for being a dangerous area of the university. And people have tried to make changes on South Campus, previous delegates have, but it's not a project that you can just complete in a day, a week, a month, or even one term as being a delegate. The progress needs to continue, which is what I would like to do as a delegate. One thing I want to focus on a lot is the accountability of landlords, and I know you guys have done a ton of articles on it, and landlords are always screwing students over, whether it be not fixing something, not answering their phone calls, housing violations, even the closing downs of houses, and it's not acceptable. Students should not have to deal with that. And what I want to do is I want to create a website or a database that shows the accreditations of these landlords, because I know there's already one existing, but it doesn't show, what these landlords are capable of, what they do for students, because a student shouldn't sign a binding lease before they know, is this landlord competent or not. As Nick said, it would be sort of like rate your professor, but for South Campus landlords, it would have reviews some previous and current tenants, and also show, what has this landlord done for previous and current tenants before people sign this contract with them. And that's just one initiative that I would take, to improve South Campus, because I am a member of the Buffalo community. I was born and raised here, and I'm really interested in seeing the community grow, not only for myself, not only for the Greek community, but for each and every student here at the university.
What's up, guys? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mohammad Alwahaidy. I'm currently a junior here at University of Buffalo. I'm also a bio major. It sucks. I'm currently involved with Pakistani Student Association, Muslim Student Association, Black Student Union, India Student Association, Organization of Arab Students. I'm running for SUNY Delegate, and one of the things that I'd like to do is work hand in hand with our libraries to make sure the things of the infrastructure of our schools are being taken care of. Whether that means working with our libraries to make sure the quiet study areas are actually quiet, making sure things like our outlets are working and having more outlets. Because I know a lot of students, you go to the library after classes trying to study and we can't find a spot to study, plug in our laptops. Another thing I'd like to work with is making sure that there's more halal food on campus for people that are only halal eating, because sometimes we'll get out of class late and you won't have a place to eat because only Pistachios and Bollywood Bistro, I believe, serve halal food. Another thing I'd like to do, who here has been to International Fiesta this year? No one? Yeah? I hosted International Fiesta, and I thought International Fiesta was pretty sweet. I come from an international background, and I feel like that's also one thing that makes a school so rich, the level of diversity that we have, and it separates our school from other schools. And I feel like we need to have more of that, and what I mean is we need to have things like International Fiesta, but we need to have International Fiesta, all the international councils collaborating more with things like SISH and Academic Council and Engineering. That way we can get those different ideas across different councils and groups. And I feel like that'll make for richer environments at the school, and I don't know, I just feel like it'd be better.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
First question. Sorry,
this is for Hayley. One of the issues that we've run into when reporting on South Campus is that current tenants often don't want to talk about their landlords and they don't want to get kicked out.
Yeah.
So how would you ensure that there are current tenants reviewing their landlords on your site?
Well, as I said, I'm a member of the Greek community, so I know a ton of people on South Campus. So I can have those people, kind of get it started, and it would be submitted anonymous. So, they wouldn't see, who exactly is submitting this. The landlord wouldn't see, because, we have all these sites now where you can submit anonymous, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, whatever. So I would make that, so students wouldn't feel like, this landlord's going to see what I'm saying and know it's me. So that's what I would do.
Ashley.
You talked about, obviously, Hayley, you talked about working with landlords in South Campus. Your delegate Abby mentioned working on North Campus safety. We're constantly reporting on the safety of South Campus, especially in the Heights. Do you have any plans to work on the safety side or just the landlord side?
Oh no, just as a safety as well. What I want to do is I want to work with local law enforcement, talk to them about, because it is a college community, they need to be sensitive to that fact because, they're a lot stricter than the university police. So I want to work with the law enforcement or in the Buffalo area as well, to get them to treat the students like they're students versus, actual, they're really harsh down there. So that's what I would like to do for safety.
Who has a question for Mohammed? Townsend.
You work closely with international students
Mhm.
each and every day. What about other clubs on campus? I mean, and how has dealing with international students helped you kind of talk and make, bringing the whole culture UB together?
Well, I mean, I also do intramural basketball.
Okay.
I rep intramural basketball. I rep intramural football and soccer. And so, honestly, if I'm walking around campus, I'm always seeing a lot of people that I do know. So even though if I'm not as involved with something like academic or engineering, I do know those people, and like the athletes. I live with a couple of the football players here. So I do bring them to our events. Like you do see some of the football players at the Indian Student Association's events. So I do reach out to a lot of different, just because of my personality.
General questions, sorry.
Yeah, this is for both of you guys. So the only thing I found online from you guys is a Facebook page. So I just want to know how you plan on making a website when you don't already have one. Do you guys know how to make websites, or?
I personally don't.
Well, we do have are you talking about like specifically for our party or for
Yeah.
us? Well, what we would do for the website is part of our platform, as Nick was talking about, the website, we would make it,
Point of clarification, we do have a website, bulletproof.org.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's why I asked if you meant individually, because we do have that website. But it would be part of the website that we mentioned in our platform, where it would be resources for all students to see. So it would be included that I would be obviously the one, submitting the information to update, but it would be included that person, maintaining that website would be doing that.
One more question. Who's gonna do it, Sarah?
I know Hayley, you're focusing on South Campus, and I mean, from us reporting on it, what administration has said about their feelings about South Campus
Yeah.
and, this hands-off approach.
Yeah.
How do you feel like you're going to tackle that? Do you plan on working with them, or do you plan on, how do you view that relationship?
I think it worked both ways, because the administration has said, they don't really want a lot to do with it. And I think that my initiative as SUNY delegate is to get administration, more involved with this, which I know will be hard to convince them. But as myself, as well as being SUNY delegate, I'm someone who's going to have the power to, do things like this. So that, having that power is a big deal, and that will allow me to, push these things forward.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.